Hello and welcome to another video from StageAnalysis.net. It's Tuesday the 21st of January and today's video is the Breakout Stocks and Shares watchlist from our daily scans of the Nasdaq and NYSE stock markets, where I run through today's most interesting stock charts in the US stock market that's setting up to potentially break out or have recently broken out already, so might be worth watching for their next pullback or consolidation. Please remember to hit the like button below the video if you're watching on YouTube, somewhere around here, and subscribe using the button on the bottom right of the video to keep up to date with all the latest stage analysis videos. A quick disclaimer, all stock charts and ideas presented are for educational purposes only, so always do your own research. We begin tonight with BYND, which had a massive volume move off of its lows earlier this month into the breakdown range resistance, you can see here. And it's looking like it's got potential to make a breakout above the recent high. It bounced off resistance here, but obviously this volume coming into it looks like it's got good potential to move up above and make a move into stage 2 in earnest. So I did want to look at this one on a lower time frame because this is the daily time frame. So let's go down to, stock charts. So this is the same chart on the 2-hour chart, which clearly shows the stage 2 advance on a 2-hour chart, which I find very useful because it lets you look at the volume in a different way, and you can see the formations of the patterns that are forming and how the volume's actually coming in a intraday time frame. So as you can see, we got another strong volume move today up back towards the highs and closed actually at a new closing high for the period. So this one's looking quite interesting. So let's go back to. So next up tonight we've got Uber, which is UBER. So this is a daily chart again. It's just moved above the 30-week moving average here. The 50-day moving average has started to curl up, and we had a little volume pop breakout above the little range that's formed for the last few months. A little cup type pattern here. Didn't really get a handle. We got a small consolidation, but we had a strong volume breakout on this today. I was considering this one. So it's a bit early in terms of stage analysis terms, but because it's an IPO type base, then we do treat them differently to normal stage analysis buys. So it's definitely one that's caught my eye. Next, actually, let's have a look at the 2-hour chart on that one as well. So as you can see, today's breakout above this small consolidation off of the rising 30 period MA here in the 2-hour chart, we got some strong volume come in all day long. So with it closing near the highs and strong relative performance versus the S&P 500, the blue line here is the S&P 500. So it's strongly outperforming the S&P 500 too. So next we've got YETI, which is YETI. So this is a weekly chart, so a different time frame to the two above. It's been making a volatility contraction pattern for the last, well, good nine months maybe there. So, and it's been trading above the 50-day moving average for a while now, and near the top of the range here. So there's potential for this one to make a stage 2 continuation breakout to new highs above this, what is that, 38 level. So again, I wanted to zoom in on this one just so you could see it on a different time frame. So let's go. So again, you can see the stage analysis patterns that we see with the normal stages actually on a 2-hour chart form very nicely as well. So we've got this stage 4 range, stage 1, and then we have a stage 2 breakout here. So you can actually see the volume on the 2-hour chart comes in just the same as you would on a weekly chart. So we've got this volume pop and expansion. We're moving to new highs and slightly pulling back at the end of the day there, but closing basically above the highs with good volume expansion here. So YETI is looking interesting as well. So next we've got NIO, N-I-O. This one's catching a lot of attention because there's been a big heavy volume accumulation for the last 3 or 4 weeks now, and today was no exception. It's trading below this resistance from its breakdown level from back in March last year, but it's moved back above. We've got, what's that, the 50. This is a weekly chart, so that's actually the 30-week moving average. So it is in stage 2, but let's zoom down the levels again. Let's go down onto a daily time frame. So again, this is the 2 hour. Let's go to the daily time frame first. So on a daily time frame, you can see it's we've still got these downward sloping moving averages that are only just starting to turn up. But you can see this huge volume spikes coming into it here. So if we zoom in even further onto the 2 hour, it's a bit cleaner. You can see the volume, much nicer detail. So obviously this pop on the 30th here, strong volume, and then we've consolidated, pulled back quite strongly, and then gradually ground up again and got some more volume expansions, and for it to move to new highs again today. So with some obviously big volume again. So actually really exceptional volume there, with it outperforming the S&P 500 again by quite strongly. So NEO is definitely one that I'm keeping an eye on here and considering. Next, right, I wanted to highlight these house builders again. There's the 2 top charts here, so TOL and LEN, so Lennar and Toll Brothers. So Lennar, Toll Brothers, the whole sector, the house building sector broke out last week, which I highlighted a number of times, and as you can see, we had a strong continuation breakout, and we only just, with Lennar, only just made the breakout, but you can see the strong volume coming into the sector for it to break out, and it's today continued to move to new highs, so in multiple charts in the sector. So definitely this is what we call forest to the trees in the staged analysis method, where we look down top level, then down to the sector, and we look for a hot sector where volume's coming into and lots of stocks are breaking out into stage 2 at the same time. And that's obviously a great place to be, because obviously when multiple stocks in the same sector are telling you the same thing, then it tends to go on for a while. So definitely an area I'm interested in. Next we got PRGO, which I highlighted again sometime last week or the weekend before, but it did get the stage 2A breakout that we were looking for, and with looks like just about 2 times the average volume. Relative performance did pop above the 0 line, so it looks like it's made a small continuation, like push higher today, but it's just moving into stage 2A here. Next is FSLY, which is Fastly. This one is trading just below the IPO high level here, so it did pop above in August for a little bit before pulling back below again, but it's basically forming its initial base, so we'd want to see a strong breakout above this level here and above this little resistance to move into stage 2. Next we got COST. I highlighted this earlier today on Twitter. This is one I've been watching, but it had a strong continuation breakout to new highs with a strong volume spike here. Relative performance picked up again as well, so it's outperforming the S&P. So this one's in stage 2 continuation. mRNA, highlighted this one at the end of last week as it was trying to make a stage 2A breakout, and obviously just below IPO resistance high as well. Didn't make it last week, but it's trading still near the top of the range, so potential for a stage 2A breakout on that one. Got HSY, which is Hershey Foods. So we've got a breakout above the recent consolidation around the rising 50-day moving average. So the 50-day moving average has just turned up again after we've consolidated for the last few months or so, and we just got a small breakout here on the daily. The volume was only around average. It's trading in line with the S&P, so that's one to keep an eye on. And then Nova, NOVA, which has broken out on some stronger volume to new highs in stage 2 now. So okay, WRTC, this one had a gap breakout attempt on some volume above the recent highs here today. Not quite sure why it gapped. Couldn't see any news. Maybe there was, but I couldn't find anything on a quick search earlier, so I thought I'd highlight it as it's gapped above this downtrend line, slightly above the recent highs here. And obviously we had a strong volume rally into here, so it's basically attempting a stage 2A breakout. Next is ZEL, which is a straightforward one, stage 2 continuation breakout on volume pop here after a little cup and handle breakout last week and follow through, so that one's looking promising. Then LPSN, which is live person, just tipped to the new highs today and didn't make it. It's got potential for a stage 2 continuation breakout attempt to new highs, but may need to consolidate a bit here as it's had a strong move for a few weeks now. And then finally was PTON, the Peloton. It did make a attempt at the breakout that we highlighted the other day, but today, but it ended up in a squat pattern on the daily candle, so it was rejected as it ran into resistance from the December range. So this one wasn't ready yet and didn't see much volume coming into it. So yeah, I think that one's still got a little bit more time. Okay, I think that's the lot for tonight. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see you on the next one.